Today we have little shot and big shot. Purpose of both of these is to find ways, those fluctuating ways in which we can encourage our attackers to take advantage of slight discrepancies in how the defense is set up. So in both of these, we're manipulating the starting points and the positioning of both teams to kind of facilitate players to see things they might not already see. So with a little shot, ball is going to start with this blue player who is situated just outside this 5-yard no-go zone. Meanwhile, the two red defenders are on this 5-yard no-go zone line situated here. We have our quote-unquote high target, or the highest target, man marked just on the other side of the halfway line by red. And we have an option here who is man marked by red. And we have this open player. First ball played in, the ball played in must go to the high target. Now by doing so, it is going to really encourage this player to see this open player here. And as soon as that ball is played, it plays live. So these two defenders can immediately crash in, and these two players can play off of that. But the first pass has to be here. The idea with this is by encouraging this player to be free, the red defenders are gonna have to make a decision. They have to decide, do I mark up by pressing really high, or do I hold with this and allow one of these two defenders to come in and be that first press? Creating that fluctuating moment encourages the defenders to have to decide, how do we deal with an uncomfortable situation? We can't mark up both at the same time. We have to decide, we're at a slight disadvantage, what do we do? Similarly for blue, this player is ideally a player who may be somebody who doesn't want to go forward as much, and this is going to encourage them to do so because now they have space. If this player, this red defender, decides to step over, they can take into this space if they can. If this player decides to press, they might move in. So it gives them a little bit of opportunity to see how the defender is going to play off of what happens here. But ideally, again, we're going to encourage how we can build out of the back using a slightly offset situation. If we transition over to big shot in a similar fashion, we're creating a bit of a discontinuity between what the attackers have versus what the defenders have. It is slightly similar, except one variation. These two players who are locked on the end lines are locked on those end lines and cannot come off. All they really do is restart the play. So blue, first ball, starts here, and they have to play a ball over to this high target. Now again, this defender locked on the end line is locked. They can't come out to defend, they have to stay there. So this player is effectively free. So in a really ideal scenario, if you have a really strong high target, when the ball's played over, they can one touch it into the goal, turn to face, one touch into the goal. But this is more designed for that player who might not be as effective in that scenario. So what they can do, once that ball is played, two defenders here are live, this defender is live, they're gonna have to crash back to see, are they going to track the runner, or are they going to turn to track and press that high target? So this player is going to be challenged to decide, am I being pressed? In which case, who's the open runner? If I'm pressed by this defender, this is my open runner. On the other hand, if these two defenders decide to hold with the runners, can I bring it down, turn, and shoot myself? So it gives that high target a little bit of incentive to see, what opportunities for action are there. Am I being pressed, or am I free? What can I do? As soon as the play is dead, immediately this player should have a ball ready to play, and this high target should hopefully by this point, not really be in the play. Hopefully it's a pretty quick transition. This player will be ready to receive and do the same thing. So can they see the opportunities for action? Can they bring the ball down effectively? One little addition, I would encourage this player and this player, when the ball is played, the ball has to be in the air. It cannot be waist high. It has to be over the heads of the players in the middle to really challenge that high target to have to deal with that high ball. So they can be used separately, or they can be used concurrently. But really, the idea is for both. How can we take advantage of slight discrepancies, those fluctuating moments in play, where we can take advantage of those opportunities for action? Big shot, little shot. Cheers.